Hello guys and welcome to another Planet Coaster video. So today I thought I'd do a bit of a modular build on a coaster. I'm not going to build the coaster, it's just basically how to put a realistic kind of theme to any coaster station. It doesn't have to be over dramatic, a little bit of backstage, maybe a transfer track. It all depends on what you kind of want to do. But I'm going to show you my take of a little bit of realism. Doesn't take too long to do. This is very basic, it hasn't got any pirate theme or anything. It's just the kind of generic kind of thing, and then if you were to kind of use this idea, you would throw the whatever theme you want on top of it. So whether it be pirate, jungle, western or anything, but this is like the very foundation. So I'm just going to get right into it and start building. I'm going to put a little bit of a time lapse on just to try and shorten this video out a little bit, and then I'll jump in at different intervals and explain what I've done. So yeah guys, hope you enjoy. So as you can see, I've used the Barquest coaster and I've just put a wall around the bottom of the station, and then I've used a little bit of terrain just to lower it, and then I've lowered the whole station with the building down to that new terrain level. Now I'm just going to patio this out with the pavement, just using the pavement without the curb, just to give the concrete look. You can use obviously paint. This is just a scenario, a biome that I haven't changed any of the paint, so I don't have any of the paints. But you could, in theory, paint this to one of the paints, whether it's the dark tarmac or the lighter one. It works just as well, but just for this video, I'm using the pavement. And I'm just going to patio, not all of this lower section, but a little bit, as you can see. So yeah, I'll continue doing this and I'll jump back in a second. So as you can see, I've fleshed that out a little bit, added the patio, and I've added like a shutter door as well to the main station build. Now I'm just leveling the terrain up to the wall that I put round. I'm going to try and get it as close as possible. This can be a bit fiddly, but best way I find to do it is use a very small intensity and raise and lower until you find that right level, and then kind of like get the flatten to terrain, and then should be able to flatten, you know, the whole thing down, and then just go into anything that might have kind of overflowed a little bit, and kind of go in and either raise or lower that bit of terrain, which you'll see in a second that I do with these wall bits. So yeah, I just change the intensity a little bit and lower it down a bit, so you still see that wall, but the terrain is as close as possible to that top bit of the wall. So yeah, I'll continue going on, and yeah, I'll jump back again in a second. So I've fenced off all the area now, and I've put the start of the queue line. As you probably saw, that I tried a couple of different ideas, but ended up extending the build out a little bit and having the path integrated inside the building. It was a little bit of a pain to figure out what I wanted to do. It wasn't what I had in mind, but you know what? It turned out okay, I think. So now I'm just going to start to stick a simple kind of roof on top, just to give the station that kind of station feel. I'm just going to use art shapes at a slight angle with the colour blue, which will probably be the theme grey and blue. And then I'll start to beam it off a little bit to give it that polished finish. So I'll continue doing that and jump back again in a second. So yeah, finished putting the roof on, but I thought that the station looked a bit bare, so I decided to add a kind of transfer track for maintenance. Because the coaster I've used is a Barquest, it only has one kind of car, so it has quite a lot of empty space on the station. So I thought I'd just add that there really. So I'm just filling in the wall where it would be. And then I'll do a little bit of work with the track. So the maintenance area would sit in this bit that I'm just building now. I know there's a rail in there, but you won't be able to see it. It's just purely for to look at. Nothing. It doesn't obviously function in the game, unfortunately. So now I'm just getting the track. I'm drawing out a little bit. So I put 3 pieces of track down and delete that middle piece that I've just put down. And then once I've done that, I'll kind of curve the track round, as you can see. I think I used a 4 meter in this. Yeah, so I used a 4 meter to try and get that centre towards the station. So as you can see, I place that down, and then I just delete those curved pieces I've just put in. So when I click on them, it always jumps me there. But yeah, so I delete these 2 pieces of track that I've just put in, and then rejoin the track to the original piece. So it's still one coaster. I don't have to use another coaster and try and line it up to the right level. It's same coaster and it will still work anyway. So the maintenance will be in there, and this track would be the switch part where it transfers over to the next piece of track and goes into that maintenance area So I'll continue doing this and get back to you again in a second. So nearly finished now. So I'm just fencing everything that I've put in off, just to give that clean finish. Decided to add a few windows for the switch track area, and put a shutter on the front, so those shutters would go up and down, and that lower shutter you see would be access to get underneath that track. And then I'm just adding a staircase for access, and yeah, that is pretty much the modular build done so far anyways. I'm going to split this into two parts, so this is part one of two. The second part is where I'll actually make the coaster and then theme this up to a certain theme. So if you want to drop a comment what theme you would like to see this being themed up to, now that I've got the basic shape and the way I want it, I can start to theme it however I want. But yeah, that's basically it. Just a standard, quite a clean, generic look to the building. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks, guys.